Now, before we get into the video, I gotta be fucking honest about something. And by the way, I recorded this shitty intro that I had once before, and I realized my fucking mic wasn't on. Come on. Come on. It was like 20 minutes. I mean, an intro shouldn't be 20 minutes anyway, so I figured I'd just re-record it. But I just wanted to tell you guys something that's been fucking bothering me recently. Right? You ever just like watching porn? You ever just like watching the highlights of your favorite sports team, your esports team, Counter-Strike, Yankees, Phillies, anything? You ever just watching it and then an ad comes on and just ruins everything? That shit just fucking pisses me off, man. It just pisses me the fuck off. Like, you're just, the best moment is about to happen, and then, boom, 2 unskippable 15-second ads on YouTube.
County United News Team, in the morning, weekdays at 3:19 p.m.
About Peyronie's disease, where your dick is slightly bent, and you gotta, if it's bleeding, call your doctor. And I also, just real quick, just shout out to fucking streaming culture for ruining casual gaming, man. Just shout out to you, shout out to the ninjas. No hate, Ninja, but fuck you, man. Everything's gotta be a sweat fest now. Everything's gotta be fucking Noah's Ark. Like you gotta move the oceans. You gotta split it down the middle and walk through it. I was playing XDefiant for maybe, I don't know, an hour, and I liked the game. Listen, if you like the game, you like the game. I'm not gonna fucking flame you if you like it or you dislike it. I'm on the side where I like it sometimes. Other times I want to just hang my balls by the ceiling fan and swing around for a little bit. Yesterday was that case. It's just like I realized an hour in, I was tensing. I was tensing up. I was tensing up when I was shooting someone. I was gritting my teeth like I was having a freaking wet dream in the bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's ridiculous. And XDefiant, excuse me, XDefiant is going on this fucking big rant, about being no SBMM, none of that bullshit, none of it. What the fuck are you talking about? And I kind of just, fuck, man. Real quick, also, I was before we talk about Call of Duty and all that, I was at the gym this morning, and this fucking guy, I was at a bench press, right? And then there was this other bench press that was screwed in, so I couldn't move it. And then these two freaking butt buddy dingleberries come over from Uganda on the other side of the gym, and they come over and they're like, "Oh, you using that bench?" No, respectful. I love it. I love a little bit of respect. And just for the record, I'm a nice guy. These two dingbats had me squid. You could have moved the bench over. You could. There is about a fucking. The size of LaGuardia Airport runway that you could move. You could move that bench over. And I'm sandwiched in there like a skinny little prick on an airport sold out with a bunch of fucking fat chicks. And they start, doing curls and stuff, and that's fine. You could do curls. You could do curls on the bench. I'm not the friggin' bench Nazi. Do whatever you want. But they're just leaving 3 sets of dumbbells all over the floor, and I'm doing modest weight, all right? I'm doing fucking modest weight. 80s, 90s, 100s, 110s on incline bench press. Here's a video of me absolutely destroying any sort of perception that you had of me. Yes, my cock is huge. Look at me. But anyway, they're just like, they just don't care. I'm gonna break a fucking ankle, and I'll kiss my bodybuilding career goodbye. Goodbye. Done. It's just the lack of respect in the human population. I bet you those kids love to hop online and talk shit on Call of Duty.
Jesus Christ, the balls on this guy, huh? Finally, some Call of Duty gameplay. Yeah, so we have Nuketown. This is Cold War on Hardpoint. Hardpoint, right? So I do pretty well this game. You don't have to listen to me. You could just watch the top tier gameplay here. CDL's calling me. But anyway, I guess I just wanted to take time to just kind of talk to you guys about XDefiant, current state of casual gaming and all that BS, Again, my word isn't gospel. This is just my opinion. It's an outlet for me to just complain and talk about shit that I actually like. And if you don't like it, suck my fat dick, all right? Don't watch my video. I'm kidding. You could not like my video. I'm a very how do you say? I'm a very exaggerative person. Dramatic. A lot of people my boss actually called me the other day. And she said, "Nick, I don't think I've ever worked with someone as dramatic and emotional as you. And not emotional in the sense where I'm like crying and shit. I don't fucking cry. It's more of like, I'm very passionate. Passionate. That's a good word. Passionate. And Italian. I think those are kind of synonymous. And I'm kind of getting off topic here. Anyway, so if you have a different opinion, totally fine. Write into the comments. Love listening to other people. I'm a pretty nice guy. Sometimes I come off like with, big dick energy, and it's just not the case. I'm a really nice guy, so just talk to me, right? Anyway, so the current state of gaming, I just feel like, I mentioned a little bit in the intro here, I just feel like streaming has really kind of, streaming and the popularization of esports, right? Esports has been around for a long time, but I just feel like with recently and streaming culture, everybody's just got to be a fucking hardcore sweat, MLG pro, sniffing glue and jerking off to I don't know, the CDL or whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. But anyway, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got to be fast paced. Everyone's got to be hopped up. Everybody has to be exploiting the meta weapons, meta movement, whatever. And that's fine. Listen, I'm not complaining about that shit. It's just kind of annoying when I think back to, and maybe this is just recency bias and nostalgia speaking in that sense, but I just don't remember the older Call of Duties being like that. And of course, they're a lot slower than modern day Call of Duties. Even watching Punch play, Punch is a guy on YouTube. He does like a bunch of calls out a lot of toxic sweats, and he completely fucks them up in 1v1s, 1v2s, 1v3s. Really funny dude. Really good at the game too. But even watching him play Modern Warfare 2019, it is a much slower game than Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, the new ones. So much slower. And that's how the older Call of Duties felt too. And I think that's the problem, is like, I could barely do one task and listen to my girlfriend. She says I can't, in one ear, out the other. Maybe it's just she doesn't have much interesting to say. I'm kidding. She's a very sweet girl. I love her to death. But I have a problem, like, paying attention. Maybe that's just my ADD. I don't know. But see, I lost my point already. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, so it's just too fast. Everything's too fast now, and I just can't keep up with it. And that's all right. I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just, I feel like casual, there's no such thing as casual gaming anymore. And, a lot of people will probably, press me on that with XDefiant, because XDefiant kind of sold itself on being, free of SBMM and kind of call back to the old Call of Duty games. Old Call of Duty games where, you could absolutely wreck in one game and then, be wrecked in a different game and get carried by some good kids as well. And I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's just that I suck, man, but it's just so fucking annoying. I work 8 hours a day, and call me a bad guy. I just want to sit on my fucking swiggly chair with my cock in my hand and play some Call of Duty, play some XDefiant. But no, God forbid. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Nick. You can't do that. It's just so much bunny hopping and the sniping, and I know XDefiant, they just updated it. Ubisoft just updated it to add flinch to snipers, which is a really great change. And I also saw this other thing that's pretty funny. It's like people who complain about snipers, when they actually pick up a sniper, they suck with it, and that's true. I talk right out of my fucking ass. I can't use a sniper, even in Counter-Strike, right, where it's literally a point-and-click gun. I suck at it. Do I still complain about it? Absolutely, I still complain about it. Are you kidding me? That shit's bullshit. I could whittle your life down to fucking nothing, and you could just press your right mouse button or your little fucking dingly on your controller and one tap me. It's annoying. But do I suck with a sniper? Do I have the words to back it up? Do I have the action to back it up? Absolutely not. I don't. Absolutely not. But yeah, I just don't really like where casual gaming is going. And it's just a sign of the times. Maybe it's just boomers like me. I'm not that old. I'm 27, but still, maybe it's just boomers like me. You just can't keep up with the G Fuel and the Red Bull and the neck rests on your gaming chairs. I don't have one of those. I have a very standard swiggly chair. When I fart in my chair, it doesn't ventilate. I could stand up 20 minutes later and I almost vomit, still smelling a fart that was 20 minutes before. These gaming chairs practically have vents underneath your asshole. So I don't know. It's just a sign of the times. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. Maybe I just need to get better. I hate that thing of like get good, but it's true. It's just get good. And I try and keep up. I have fun occasionally, but at the point where I am right now with these types of games is I have a couple games where I have fun, and once I start getting stomped, I just I hop off. It's just I don't need another aneurysm. I don't need another heart attack. It's better to just get off. But yeah, I just feel like casual gaming isn't where it where it used to be, and it's a little unfortunate to see. And I also just want to talk about XDefiant versus Call of Duty, right? I know this has been, again, you're going to hear me say this a lot. A lot of people are going to have already talked about this. I'm late to the party, and you're probably going to find someone on YouTube who's talked about this in better quality, honestly, more brain cells when they speak. But anyway, I just feel like, XDefiant, even though I don't vibe with it, you can still appreciate that it's a free-to-play game. It's very competent. It's still got a lot of issues with its netcode. The amount of fucking times I get caught and killed when I'm already half a mile away from the wall is I could count that out. I'd be a rich man. I'd be a rich fucking man. I'd be a rich man. It's so annoying. And even though I don't really like XDefiant, especially with the hero abilities, never liked it. Never liked that Overwatch, hentai anime kind of stuff. Never really liked that. So, but even though I don't like it, I can still say that it's a well-made game. It's got a big fan base. I'm happy for the developers. You always want to, I always want the gaming industry to be successful, right? Because it's been so shitty lately. So I'm happy for them. They made a good game, and it's clearly caught on with a lot of people. And on the topic of when Black Ops 6 comes out, is it going to destroy? Is it going to tank XDefiant? I don't fucking know. I don't think so. Because I was watching Blame Truth and some other people the other day, and they're saying the thing that's so refreshing about XDefiant is that it's a game that is going to be here for more than a year. Call of Duty releases, every year. Occasionally it'll skip a year, but that's very rare. But it comes out every year. And then, bam, you got to spend another $70. And eventually, with inflation of game prices, like, we're spending 70 fucking doubloons on these video games now. Pretty soon, and, like, when the new consoles come out, it's going to be 80. They're just going to keep raising it while production prices keep going up. So what's so refreshing about XDefiant is that it comes out, and they're making these promises. Let's see if they hold up to it. But they're promising a map a month and all these new updates. And there's not going to be an XDefiant 2 next year. It's still going to be fucking XDefiant. Yeah, there'll be battle passes and stuff, but Fortnite does the same thing. And that's super refreshing to a lot of people, and I totally understand that. Even though I don't vibe with the game, doesn't mean it's a bad game. I know a lot of people like to have those opinions. I really don't see the difference between no SBMM and SBMM because I'm on Cold War. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm doing better on Cold War than I am in XDefiant. But again, two different shooters, two different different combat systems, different types of movement. So maybe I'm just not very good with that type of movement and abilities and all that. Black Ops 4 was one of my worst games ever. I fucking hated it. I actually was considering cutting off my left nut playing that shit. I hated that game. But yeah, I'm not gonna rant anymore. Really appreciate you guys. I know you guys like this Call of Duty content somewhat. So really appreciate the new subscribers. Love you guys. Yeah, and, always keep me in line. That's a big thing. Is if I'm ever going out of line, I'm saying some stupid shit, check me on it. But I'm a nice guy, I can outlift you in the gym, absolutely, but I'm a nice guy. Just talk to me. That's what human beings don't do anymore, talk. But yeah, this is the end of the game. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I'll be back with a new video soon. Like, subscribe.
Hiphop.com. Yeah. Holy smokes, I'm no joke out the bullpen. Bringing nothing but heat, leave you hanging like clothespins. He's a beast when he goes in, ice cold frozen.